Hey, 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 how's everybody doing? Pretty decent day. All right. Kind of miraculous how quickly things change, huh? So, I'll tell you, back in the day, wasn't like that. I'll tell you that. But what do we got? What do we got? Well, we're gonna take a look at the futures here. Keep it pretty simple here. um, all right. So let's start with SPY. SPY getting back up into full time frame continuity, except for what happened with the 60 with the 4 hour that dropped back inside there. All right, and we still got problems with the 60 coming down, but okay, these are easy fixable things here. All right, we'll see with just to turn that back up to green would be 686.14. I mean, we're not even a dollar away from there. All right, so the month is just getting nice and cozy, coming back up inside now. All right, we made a high today, 690.61, and then they pulled back a little bit. All right, so what we're going to look for now is where we're going to be. This is where we start talking about resistance and support. All right, so we know that we've been finding some of this exhaustion risk, and we could see it. You could see it preferably right here on the 60s, where you see they get up to a certain level, that 687. That number seems to be a little shaky right now, okay? But everybody wants to go and test it. All right, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. We had a 3-2. I was saying in the afternoon, you're probably going to see some selling at the end of the day, and we did get a. And it wasn't anything great, but it was a 3-2 downer here on the SPY. All right, so there was a move back to the downside, and again, so you got this guy stuck inside now. All right, but all of these things are very, very easily fixed. So we'll see. I'm still very cautious. All right, I'm still pretty cautious about this market. Um, it seems like we do what we do, and then and then the markets come right back up. It's really incredible. So who is buying all those stocks? That's what we want to know. All right, so your weekly is good still, right? You got that low from 669.24 back all the way back up to 689. So we've made a nice move on the weekly. All right, month is looking good now. We're 2-2 up on the day, but we are kind of stuck in this pattern right now. All right, so got to get out through all this down here. All right, which we'll see. Now we took out this magnitude here, but they shaved it back, coming back down. So at the end of the day, all right. So this is your overnight right now. Starting to come back down a little bit, 685.20 coming back inside a little bit. All right, so just a little bit of movement here on the day. So we'll see what tomorrow is going to bring. All right, looking for that 2-2 back down. We'll see if anything can shake that up. All right. QQQ. All right, QQQ. I'm going to give you. I'm going to go back to that 612 number that we talk about, right? So we got through our 612 number today, and they backed off. All right, it was right here. So what was I saying? I saying when we. I mean, I've been saying that when we get back to 612, that should be our area where the Qs should firm up, and then we'll see. It did take through to 612 today, but it broke down below it too. All right, so 2-2 back down. They backed off of it right away. All right, they backed off right away. All right, so now we wait and see. We moved away a little bit better here now. It's down to 610.82. All right, so we'll see what tomorrow's going to bring in. I typically watch some of the overnight stuff. I don't watch too much. I look at charts all day. Sometimes you just got to shut it down. So you got the same thing here with the 4 hour dropping back in. All right, so that 4 hour now, you know that flip won't come until 12:30. All right, so sit tight. All right, sit tight. There's going to be a lot of time before we're gonna get another bar in here. All right, so a lot of things can change in that 4 hour. All right, so better here again. Let's get back above 612 and see if we can hold some support levels there. And then if we start to break down from there, we'll start looking back at those numbers that we were looking at. We start dipping back into those, the 602s and the 600 we were down to. All right, so we were actually even lower than that. So, all right, so we'll see Qs. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Diamonds, not the best of the bunch today, probably the weakest of the bunch on the futures here. Diamonds were up 0.46 today, all right? So couldn't even get up a 0.5%. It was up $2.22 though. Garbage here, nothing telling us. We got the one inside, looking for the 312 back up. All right, if we can get the diamonds to get back going here. All right, cautiously, I'm cautiously bullish, if that makes sense. And I am totally. I've still got some positions. I added a few positions. So now I'm protecting. Like you gotta protect. I gotta preach that too much. All right. So inside here. So we'll see if anything can come from that. All right. And diamonds are doing good. We're trying to get back up to 50,000. But XLI didn't have its best day today, all right, on the industrials. Just a kind of a garbagey day. Here's your day right here. It's 2-2 on the day. Really couldn't even get green, and we had a pretty decent day. All right, so XLI still stalling out a little bit, and you got some of the residuals, and they're not the ones that are in the Dow 30. There's a lot of these other groups that are kind of holding us back a little bit. We'll look at it. I'm not going to look at too many. I'm going to just look at the big ones. Cat Tractor is stuck inside on the month now. It's undecided. You know how that one goes. This is month, this is week, this is 4 hour, this is the day, this is the hour, and this is a 5-minute bar. All right. So coming back down a little bit here, 2-2 down now on Caterpillar coming down. That could be a good reason why the industrials were been stalling out today. All right. So now, what else? So we look at, as long as we're in that category, we're going to look at who had the best day today. Boy, that was XLY, all right? This discretionaries, man. Nice day to the upside on the discretionaries. It was up 1.78%, up $2.03. There was some selling at the end of the day. That's to be expected. The month is looking great. We got a nice hammer going on the month here. All right, but it's early. All right, it's only the 4th. All right. We got to get to the 17th. Okay? That's where we got to get to. You got to get to St. Patty's Day. All right, so there's your month coming back up here, and the week looks good. Week is looking good, real good. Just watch our magnitudes. 117.71 would be the next move to the upside. We kind of dropped in here. All right, so we're going to have to triangle out just this bar itself. All right, it's going to have to get back up to 116.64, and then we'll see. I'm seeing right now on the overnight a little bit lower and then coming back up. I wouldn't really concern yourself with too much of that. All right, XLY, good day. I'll give you a couple. Man, Ross Stores, I can't believe Ross Stores is at all-time highs and over $216 now. All right, this is what's driving the discretionals today, okay? And you got the 2-1 inside, looking for the 2-1-2 back up on the 4-hour. This thing looks great. I mean, there was some profit taking here. Look at the day kind of finished kind of nasty. It's a hammer. But it's not a hammer for me, but it's a hammer for some people. There was some buying at the end of the day, which is nice to see. All right. So Ross Stores was one of the big moves to the upside today. Dillard's Department Stores was a good day today. 2-2 up everywhere. Full time frame continuity, got the month intact. Everything moving. All right, Expedia, you're kind of buried inside a big month here, but you're 2 up on the week here. Looking for the 2-1-2 to keep things going. All right, there was a little selling. There was you get the old hammer shooter. That nothing ever happens to me. At least never seems to get me. But I don't know. I shouldn't say that. All right, so that's what's moving things. Urban Outfitters was pretty decent today too. Shake Shack was up there. And of course the TJ Maxx. I can never say enough about TJ Maxx. I always root for this stock. It's just amazing. All right, these guys really know what they're doing here. And then you got who stalled out, like Walmart kind of stalled out a little bit, and all of a sudden now Target gained up some stock. Target gained up on Walmart here, but Walmart will not be denied. She will come back. All right. But right now it's just hiding in the weeds. All right. And Target, I mean, I'm really impressed to see that Target has made this move. But what the hell? I mean, they're not doing that bad. They're building stores over by me. So I got 2 that are kind of close to me. All right. So 2-2 back down here on Target. So they kind of fell apart. All right. Had a nice move up to 126. And they gave it up. They saw it up at 126, and they're like sold. The puts came in like crazy. All right, so that's what happened on Target. So Target made the move back down to the downside. All right, so Target, I'm still calling it a pretty good day. All right, so discretionaries were really good today. We're discounting on the XLE and the energy right now because there's just too much going on with this with what's going on. with Iran, all right, and then we're gonna look at crude, UCO, and we'll look at that OIH as well. All right, so month up with the gap up here. All right, obviously I have not seen a month up on UCO like this in a long time. So 2 up here now. All right, so created an island of its own. All right, so we wait to see 80% of all stocks do fill that gap. All right, so if you were thinking about it coming back down, that's where you'd be looking to come back in. Actually, right here is where you would get back into the mainland. All right, so we call that an island, and then we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that at another time. All right, week is stuck inside, so a little undecided here and undecided here. All right, kind of stalled out here. All right. Oil just all of a sudden came to a stop. All right. Now I'm looking at it on the overnight here. It's starting to pop up a little bit higher here at 29.30, but we're holding out all right. We got a 2-1 inside now. We'll wait to see if this actionable can do something. This thing could go either way here. All right. I like it. The inside day. It sets something possibly up that I wouldn't get too excited. All right, chop away at the end of the day. Okay, chop away at the end of the day. All right, so energy, we're not really too concerned. I mean, we're just watching crude. All right, we watch our XLBs. XLB was not its best day here, but still finished. It finished down 2 cents. You know, this stock last week, it finished at 0.0000. And today, here we are again, basically unchanged. I mean, 6.5 hours of nothing. All right. So XLB, not to be talked about. XLF, I could say that who had a really good day today in the financials? Anybody? One I'm always talking about? Oh, yeah. This guy right here. He steals from the rich, gives to the poor, up $6.14. All right, we were talking about Robinhood. We were talking about it when it was down here, when it was trading in the 70, 71, 72 range. I didn't buy it either. So if you did, then you're a hero. All right. So now, and I know you got one other thing that I want to go through here. All right. So SPX, we got up to the all-time high is 7,228. All right, we had a nice day today. All right, coming back up. I mean, they gave it up a little bit at the end here. And like I said, there's probably gonna be some selling at the end of the day, and that's where that crease came from. All right, so 2-2 back down there. You got the insider here, like the rest of the futures. So we're gonna be watching this. We're gonna be watching like you know what you do in the morning on that one. I would come in looking at a 2-hour, and I would look at like a 30-minute. All right, and then see how this thing starts to transpire. All right, so. My numbers today were 68. Were 68.90. But I'll have a fresh number in the morning, and I'll get some good I'll get some good support numbers for diamonds and for SPY. All right, and then let's look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq made a. We were watching it today. I trade and I'll start talking about it a little bit. We trade some of in our Discord. We trade the cash. All right, so we look at the SPX, we look at the Nasdaq, and we look at the MYMs, which are the MYMs are the diamonds. All right, so nice move, nice day today. All right, this thing was down to 24,493. So we pulled off a couple trades today. They weren't great. We made money, but we just didn't get optimum. It's really watching them in the morning and watching them in the evening at the end of the day seems to be when there's pretty good action. The fishing's good, okay, in the morning. All right, but anyhow, I'll start engaging more about the cash. And you cannot trade these in margin. You can only trade these in cash. So 25,138 is where we closed out. We were up $382.25. We like that. We like the Nasdaqs too because they move nice. All right. So you got the insider here, and we'll see how things are going to shake out tomorrow coming in there. All right. Diamonds are the /MYMs, Mary Yellow Mary. So I'll start adding these in every day, and then we'll start talking about trades and stuff like that. Inside here right now on 2-1. So everybody's got that 1 on the 4-hour. So that's probably the biggest challenge that we got coming in tomorrow morning. I mean, unless everything else falls apart. But this could be, and that's not even a big issue. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. It's 17 minutes. Not bad. I did pretty good. All right. We'll see. That 10-year was rising again today. So I saw that. I saw the 10-year starting to move up. They did break below 4, but boom, they came right back up. They want those rates down because then they can get people to come into the stock market. Because once those yields start to drop too low, they start going into 3%. Then they're going to have to find a way to make up for that extra 1% that they're right now getting at over 4%. All right, so dollar, not much to talk about there. The VIX really made a hell of a trip. I'll tell you that. The VIX packed its bags and went for a run. I'm going to leave it at this too. VIX really, they went packing. They really went. They took a long run. All right, and they came right back. All right, so again, it can rear its head any moment. All right, watch out for that bear. Still coming back down, but back down to 21. We feel a little bit safer when we get down to maybe 19, and then we start to break down low from 19. It gets us more confidence to think that, yes, the market is getting better. Things are firming up. Financials are important right now. Discretionaries are important right now. Retail, pretty damn good, man. I gotta say, retail is doing really well along with discretionaries, and then after that, you got those metals. They've come pulled in. So now you wait and see what they're going to do. If they're going to try to get back up to the highs, more than likely they probably will. All right, but I'm leaving it at that. All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening. Relax. Do your thing, all right, and be good.